Title: When I pulled into the driveway, the red and blue lights didn't rattle me. It was the officer's eyes. "You're under arrest for the crime with your son," he said. I whispered, "That's impossible." But in the stillness between us, I already knew. I knew who had set me up, and I knew why. We weren't always enemies. Mark had been my closest friend for 15 years. My son Ethan called him Uncle. Mark had been at my dinner table more times than I could count, his laugh bouncing off the walls like it belonged here. We built a business together from nothing: long hours, shared risks, quiet victories over late-night coffee. I trusted him. Not in the casual way you trust most people, in the way you hand over house keys without thinking, in the way you leave your child in their care. But trust makes a perfect weapon when sharpened. The cracks started small. Ethan came home one night quieter than usual. He said Mark had asked strange questions about where I kept certain files, about our clients, about a sealed case from years ago. I brushed it off. Paranoia was a poison I didn't drink. Then the audit notice arrived. Then the missing funds. Then a whisper from a mutual friend that Mark had been meeting with investigators behind my back. One evening, I found a file folder in Mark's handwriting. Inside, forged receipts, falsified transfers, and my signature, perfectly copied. I remember sitting there, staring at the paper, my pulse steady, my thoughts slow. Shock didn't hit me. Anger didn't explode. What came instead was a calm so cold it scared me. I didn't confront him. That's what he'd expect. I started collecting. Every conversation between us was recorded, every financial move traced. I hired a private investigator, not to find out if Mark was guilty, I knew, but to find out how deep his reach went. He'd bribed an employee in our own office. He'd met with a prosecutor, feeding them half-truths about a joint crime involving me and my son. Some twisted angle where Ethan looked complicit in laundering money. The detail that sealed his fate was a late-night email, sent from his personal account to a competitor, offering our client list in exchange for a favor with the charges. I didn't just plan to survive, I planned to bury him. The setup was elegant. Step 1, I let the investigation run its course, on me. I acted rattled, sloppy, desperate. Gave Mark the illusion that I was scrambling while he was winning. Step 2, I leaked my own false trail to him, a fake set of documents, carefully crafted to lead him toward new evidence against me. He took the bait, forwarding it to his prosecutor contact. Step 3, while his hands were busy tightening the noose, I filed a sealed deposition with the court, containing the full record of his fraud, bribery, and the real laundering scheme he'd hidden overseas, all time-stamped, all verified. The key? I named him as the sole perpetrator, supported by the same evidence he thought would destroy me. The night before my arrest, I invited him over. We sat across from each other in my kitchen, steam rising from untouched mugs of coffee. "You look tired," he said. "I've been busy," I replied. My tone was neutral, almost bored. He thought it was defeat. He leaned back, smirking. "These things have a way of working out. For some of us." I let the silence stretch, long enough for his confidence to bloom into arrogance. That's when I knew he'd walk into the trap without hesitation. The arrest wasn't the end. It was the opening act. At the station, my lawyer handed over the deposition. The officers exchanged glances. Within hours, the arrest warrant for me was voided. By morning, there was another, this time with Mark's name on it. When they went to pick him up, he was at the office, grinning, until he saw the cuffs weren't for me. Witnesses said the color drained from his face like water from a cracked glass. They froze his accounts. The overseas money? Seized. The prosecutor he'd been feeding? Under investigation. His uncle image to Ethan? Shattered beyond repair. I saw him one last time in court. He avoided my eyes, but I didn't avoid his. I wanted him to see what real stillness looked like. Not fear, not rage, just the quiet satisfaction of someone who survived the fire and rebuilt it into a weapon. The judge read the charges: fraud, perjury, obstruction, conspiracy. His sentence was long enough to erase him from the world we once shared. As they led him away, he glanced back. Maybe he was searching for a flicker of regret in me. He found none. After the dust settled, people asked me if it was worth it, if I lost anything in the process. I did. I lost the last illusion that trust is permanent. I lost the idea that friendship was safe. But I gained something sharper, an unshakable knowledge that no matter how careful someone is, if they turn on me, I will be more careful. Ethan never asked for the details. He only asked, "Is it over?" "Yes," I told him, "it's over." I still pull into that driveway sometimes, headlights sweeping across the quiet house, the memory of flashing lights in my mind. They don't rattle me anymore. Not because I'm fearless, because I know exactly how to dismantle the people who think I'm vulnerable. And if you're wondering whether I regret it, the answer is simple. I only regret that he thought he could win.